Hello and welcome back, Wednesday Webpage Builders. I am Miss Blair, and this is our 11th class in this series. Wow, we've already made it 11 lessons. That's amazing. So if you are just joining us, thank you so much for joining. I will suggest that starting with the first lesson, which was posted on September 2nd, might be helpful because this class does build on itself. Okay, so let's dive right in. Today we are going to be making a quiz. So I'm sticking with the geography since last time we did famous landmarks. We're going to do geography quiz today. You can make your quiz be about whatever you want your quiz to be. There are many ways you can build a quiz using HTML. We are going to make our quiz really interesting by using some animation to reveal the answer. There is a special feature of CSS that allows us to change a property such as color to create animation. We can also use this feature to make the answer spin and reveal itself slowly. So we have two key concepts today. One is active. So when the mouse is pressed down over an element, so like you're clicking on the element, you define properties for that element by using the active code. In this lesson, div is the element that reveals the answer when the mouse is pressed over it. So that is colon active. Okay? The other one is a transition. So the code transition makes specific properties change slowly. In this lesson, the div reveals its answer slowly, like an animation. All right. So now that we've talked shop, let's get to coding. First off, I want to have an image in mind because one of the questions is going to be which country has this flag. So I'm going to choose the Chilean flag because it looks like Texas, but not quite. So let's see. We're going to click on some of these images. We want to make sure that it is, we're going to save image as, and we want to make sure, remember that it's a JPEG. Boom, boom, boom. Yay. So I'm going to just title mine flag.jpg, All right, and I'm going to save it with all of the other images we've been using for this series. Here's my save. Awesome, awesome. And now we build the code. So that was the only picture that I want. Again, the main part of this that you're going to need to pay attention to is the big style section that we're going to do, how we style things, and that's what's going to give it the look of animation. But y'all can be making your own quizzes and doing your own questions. So we always open with HTML. Then we are going to style this. We tab in. So first we're going to style the body. We're going to make it margin of 20 pixels. Remember to separate by semicolons. And then the background color, we're going to do light blue. So background hyphen color colon light blue, like it's all one word. And then we have our semicolon. Next, we are going to style our paragraph. So we have P, and then we are going to do the font size. So we were doing font family. So you can do font family and font size if you want. I'm just going to stick with font size today at 16 pixels. And then that's all we're going to do for that. And so then here is our div element that I was talking about during our key concepts. So we're going to define just this element, and then we're going to define what it does when it's active. So first, we're going to do background color. It's going to be black, so you cannot see our answer. Then our width is going to be 120 pixels. And our height is going to be 40 pixels. Our text hyphen align, meaning where it's going to be inside this black box, we want it to be in the center of the box. So we're basically making a text box. We're coding it to be a black text box. When we click it, it's going to do some amazing things. It's pretty cool. And then we want the font size to also be 16 pixels. Same as our paragraph. And then let's do transition. Transition, and that's going to be, all of them are going to be 2 seconds. So 2S, semicolon, and the bracket. And then we're going to do our div colon active. Okay. The background color when it's active is going to be light green. Again, don't put a space in between light and green. Then we want it to transform. And we want it to rotate 1800 degrees, DEG. And then end, make sure you're putting in your semicolon right there, and then very good. And that's all we have to style, so we are going to close out our style tab. Then our first heading is going to be geography quiz, where yours could be movie quiz or anime quiz or book quiz, or if you want to go above and beyond for one of your school assignments, make a quiz for whatever test is coming up or whatever you're doing. Wow the socks off your teachers. So make it be like your math quiz, and then you can ask all the math questions and then reveal the answers. I would be very impressed if I was a teacher receiving a web page. Okay, and so then we have to give people instructions. So that's going to be a smaller heading. Let's make it H3. And the instructions are: hold the black boxes for the answer. We are going to close out our H3 heading. Then our first paragraph is going to be, what is the largest continent? And then you're going to close out your paragraph. And then your div element is Asia. So the answer, because we've already done some questions and answers, but now we've got this element. So now we know it's going to be black until we click on it, and then it's going to turn green and it's going to spin. So then another paragraph for our second question. Our second question is, what is the capital of Belgium? What is the capital of Belgium? Belgium. Then we end our paragraph. We have our div element, and it is Brussels. And we are going to close our element. And then our third question is, what country has this flag? Close your paragraph. Then you've got your we have to do our image source. IMG_SRC equals open quotations, and we saved it as flag.jpg. Remember, there's no close on an image tag. And then we want a break because we want our answer to be underneath the picture of the flag. And now is when you do your div tag, your element, and it's Chile. We're going to close it. And then we're going to close our HTML. We're just going to do 3 questions today. We're going to save it as quiz.html. Let's see what it looks like. So you're going to open up your quiz. Cool. So now you're going to hover over and you're going to click, and it should spin Asia. What is the capital of Belgium? Brussels. What country has this flag? Chile. So pretty cool. So we told it to have the light blue background, and it does. This should be bigger than these paragraphs, which it is, and it's spinning, changing colors. Everything in our code is correct. So add more questions. Change colors up here if you want. Change sizes. Add in more pictures. You, instead of just making the background color light blue, remember we know background-image now. I am so happy that you guys are still hanging out with me. We do have a couple more lessons, and I cannot wait to have you guys come back next week. Thank you very much.